Salve, salve, rapaziada! Vídeo novo no canal e dessa vez vamos falar de festa, tailgate, bagunça, futebol americano. Esse vídeo é especial, eu vou contar para vocês um pouquinho do trabalho que nós, do Viajante Esportivo, junto com o pessoal do Sports Fans Travel, que é uma agência dos Estados Unidos, que vem bater um papo com a gente aqui nesse vídeo, e estaremos organizando no dia 6 de setembro, o dia do jogo da NFL aqui no Brasil, um tailgate muito bacana que vai remeter demais à cultura norte-americana. A gente, assim, trabalha bastante com isso dos nossos grupos, a gente gosta de explorar bastante a experiência, vocês que acompanham os trabalhos sabem como funciona, e nesse Jogo do Brasil temos a oportunidade de fazer o caminho inverso, é trazer a cultura norte-americana para cá, para a gente poder confraternizar com o nosso jeitinho brasileiro. Então, antes de conversar com o Josh, e antes de chamar a vinheta, tá? Eu vou contar para vocês aqui sobre como vai ser o nosso evento. Não, deu erro, corrigi aí no vídeo, eu chamo a vinheta agora, depois eu falo e chamo o Josh, é isso? Vamos chamar a vinheta e eu já volto aí. Bora, vamos lá então. Antes de eu começar, deixa o like, se inscreve no canal, deixa nos comentários. Se você vai no Tailgate, fala se você quer alguma informação maior do que... Maior não, se você quer alguma informação adicional das que eu vou passar aqui também, fica à vontade. Eu sempre gosto de interagir com vocês. Compartilhe o vídeo que ajuda muito no meu trampo. Vamos lá falar do que interessa. O pessoal do Sports Fans Travel, com o Josh, que daqui a pouco vai estar aqui com a gente, eu conheço eles desde 2017, através do Roaring Riot, que era basicamente, na nossa analogia, uma torcida organizada do Panthers, sem o contexto social que nós temos aqui, mas organizavam grupos para fazer não só os tailgates e os eventos em Charlotte, mas principalmente nos jogos de fora. Então eu, por conta de viajar bastante para assistir os Panthers, acabei em determinado momento dos meus rolês conhecendo eles e me apaixonei pelo tipo de trabalho que eles fazem, que está muito linkado com o trampo que a gente faz, que é focar em curtir a experiência, sabe? Fazer a festa, fazer a bagunça, todos os intangíveis que tem além do jogo. A agência vai estar vindo aqui para o Brasil trazendo um grupo de americanos, eles fazem muito dessas viagens, eles, por exemplo, vão para a Europa esse ano, tiveram na Europa no passado também, então com o jogo no Brasil a gente decidiu fazer um trabalho em conjunto para poder montar essa estrutura de tailgate para vocês. Como é que vai funcionar, onde é que vai ficar o tailgate? A gente fez uma alocação pertinho da Neoquímica Arena, no estacionamento do Shopping Metrô Itaquera, bem coladinho, anexo já na passarela que dá acesso ao estádio. Então vamos estar ali colado no evento. Você que vai no nosso tailgate vai poder entrar e sair, vai ter uma pulseirinha a partir do primeiro momento que você entra. Então por que eu estou falando isso? Porque eu imagino que terão diversas ativações da NFL ali no redor. Eu mesmo vou querer curtir, então você está lá no nosso rolê, quer curtir, quer dar uma volta, voltar, tá tudo de boa. O rolê vai durar 6 horas, é um tailgate bem longo, bem legal, começando às 3 horas da tarde até o horário do jogo. É um evento privado, precisa ser adquirido o ingresso. Na descrição aqui do vídeo, inclusive, tem o link, se você tiver interesse lá em participar e vir com a gente, você pode clicar e comprar o seu ingresso. E ele vai ser um evento com comida e bebida à vontade, open bar e open food. Só que a gente vai trazer a cultura brasileira para comida e bebida. Por exemplo, na parte de comida, a gente vai trabalhar com sanduíche de pernil, sanduíche de calabresa, baião de dois, feijão tropeiro. Na parte de bebida, caipirinha, além de cerveja, água, refrigerante, vinho também, mais a caipirinha. Que mais que eu posso falar? Vai ser um espaço com capacidade até 1.000 pessoas. A gente vai ter lá palco com banda ao vivo, vão ter 2 bandas de rock, banda de samba também. O meu português é foda às vezes, mas vamos lá. Nós teremos algumas ativações também lá no local, bem bacana. Além, obviamente não, porque eu não contei, além da presença de Jordy Nelson, o ex-wide receiver do Packers, vai estar com a gente, com o Viajante Esportivo, nesse rolê no tailgate. Você vai poder tirar uma foto, pegar um autógrafo com ele se estiver lá, vai ser animal, do caralho. Então, eu quis dar os detalhes do evento aqui para contar para vocês. É um momento muito importante no meu trampo, porque assim, eu vou conseguir, imagino eu, estou trabalhando para isso, conseguir ser visto de uma forma, assim, ter mais visibilidade, né, dentro do que é o meu foco, que é a experiência, que é tudo aquilo que rola nesse jogo, que é o que eu vendo para vocês, que é o que eu adoro viajar e levar vocês para fazer isso. Então, tô bem contente e animado. E vou chamar aqui agora o Josh para vocês entenderem um pouquinho de como que é o trabalho que o pessoal faz e o que eles estão trazendo aqui para esse Tailgate. Hey Josh, nice to have you here. I really appreciate for you accepting the invitation. We are here to talk a little bit about the Tailgate and the work you guys do with Sports Fans Travel and always the background that you guys have. So I write a little few questions here that I want to ask you. First of all, what's your expectation with the Brazilian game?
Well, I know it's going to be loud. We have been to a few of these first games in a new country for the NFL when they debuted in Germany 2 years ago, and then in London, over a decade ago. And it's always such a joy to see the different types of people that come out to the games that are not just American football fans, that are probably not even just Brazilian football fans. You'll probably see all kinds of South American fans from all over the continent coming there because it's the first NFL game in the Southern Hemisphere. So going to be very exciting to see that crowd come out. But I'm really just excited to see a little bit of the Brazilian tradition get carried into an NFL game experience. So, I'm sure there will be chants and songs, and, the Brazilian crowd is famous for their excitement during games. So I can only imagine how exciting it's going to be, especially for a game, the Packers versus the Eagles. They couldn't have sent a better two teams to Brazil to make the debut in South America.
It's not just the event; it's also the game. It's going to be a very good game. And okay, so you talked about Europe. Can you tell me about some other trips that you guys made outside Brazil? About the experiences that you guys have?
Sure. So we know each other from the Roaring Riot, but the Sports Fans Travel we've done trips to. We took about 150 Seahawks fans. We partnered with their fan group to take them over to the first NFL game in Germany in Munich in 2022. We had some fans from the Chiefs and for the Patriots in Frankfurt last year. We did for the Panthers. We had about 850 Panthers fans in London. That was in 2018.
All of that fans.
Yeah, well, that was when the Panthers were a little bit different. They were a little bit more exciting to watch. Now we're going back to Germany this year, and the number is like 300. So when the team is better, you draw a few more people over across the sea. But I think for a game like this, like I have been describing it to Packers fans and to Eagles fans as literally a once in a lifetime opportunity, because the NFL, they are expanding so rapidly internationally that almost every team is going to play an international game every 2 or 3 years. So if you want to see your team in London or in Germany or in Madrid or in Brazil, at some point they will play there. But there is only one chance to go and see the very first game ever in South America. And that is going to be happening next month. So just a very exciting time. But I have had the pleasure of traveling internationally a lot and internationally to see sporting events and NFL games. And this one is probably the one that I'm most excited for, because I do think that it's going to be just a completely different experience. Germany is a part of Europe, obviously. They have their own culture. But I think to embrace this South American, Brazilian culture, I just can't wait to see what it's like and how excited everybody is down there.
And as I told you before, we really do love football here. Yeah, it's a big thing in Brazil. We have a lot of big fans. We have the time that it's good for us in Brazil, because when you have Monday night in America, 8 p.m. it's 9 p.m. here, so we can watch the game. If you go to Europe, it's kind of difficult to get all the season. You told me you talked about the Europe trips, how you guys made the Sports Fans Travel, and we know each other since 2017. I think.
Yeah, I think 17.
In San Francisco for the season opener with the Roaring Riot. So how did you guys bring up with Roaring Riot when it started? And just to let the Brazilian people know, Roaring Riot is kind of, in our reality, it's a lot of Panthers fans that travel together. They do tailgate and do parties in Charlotte, but they also bring travel with Panthers fans to other places.
Yeah, so we're like the Panthers fan club or supporter group. That's the easiest way to describe us. But yeah, we have been, the Roaring Riot started actually in 2008, traveling from Charlotte to Atlanta just for a Falcons game on a bus. And then in 2015, we started to build out a membership program, and you can become a member of the Roaring Riot, and you're a part of the family, as we like to call it. There's a T-shirt and a patch and a sticker, and you get to be at the tailgate before every game, and you get discounts on all of our stuff, and just we really do feel like we've built this community of Panthers fans. And the Panthers are, I don't know if everybody that's watching is a huge NFL fan. The Panthers are bad, and they are not very fun to watch. But when you're watching with the Roaring Riot, it makes it a little bit more easier. You have shoulders to cry on, and people to cheers and drink beer with. Even if they're not going to score any points, you can still have fun while you're watching the Panthers. So it has been fun, and we have chapters all over the world. In Brazil, we have the Brazilian Riot, and then in Germany we have the German Riot. Australia, all over the world there are Panthers fans, and our goal is to, if you are a Panthers fan, you never have to watch the game alone. So that is that's what the Roaring Riot is, and kind of who we are.
And you also host parties for other teams, other fans?
Yeah. So actually, right before the pandemic, we decided that we had traveled so much to basically all of the NFL stadiums and all of the NFL games in the country, that we wanted to see if there was an opportunity to, help other fan bases create the kind of community that we had created with the Roaring Riot. So we partnered with some other fan groups, whether it was the Seahawks group or a Chiefs group, or we've been working with Bills fans as well, to take them on the same kind of away game experiences that we've had, which our goal has always been, and that's why we formed Sports Fans Travel, because we like the name, because obviously we like sport, we are sports fans, and we like to travel. But to us, it's not just fly in the night before, get a 6-pack of beer, go and sit in the parking lot, and then go to the game and then go home. It's about going and experience the culture and the city, and have an experience that revolves around a football game. So we're bringing about 100 Packers fans down to Brazil, and we're not just dropping into São Paulo and drinking caipirinhas and then going to the game. We're in São Paulo for a few days, then we're coming to Santos for a few days. So we're getting a full taste of kind of what the area is like, and doing as much as we possibly can, and hopefully throwing a heck of a party as well down there.
And I love that approach, that kind of work, because it's kind of the same work that I try to do here with a little number of people, but like to have the experience, to know the places, not just to put on a plane and watch the game and thank you very much. So yeah, I think it's going to be very cool. The tailgate that we're going to work, it's the last question, okay? I want you to talk about the tailgate, because for you guys, the tailgate is one more stuff that you have in the whole group. We are going to have like welcome parties, and we're going to watch the games on Thursday, and we also have the tailgate. The tailgate was an opportunity for us to do a work together, like bring American people to join Brazilian people, and we can exchange cultures. How you see that is going to be the tailgate, the way that we are working with it?
Yeah, I think what we wanted to do, our goal with the tailgate has been to throw an American tailgate, but with a Brazilian flair. So, we'll have a rock band and a samba band playing music throughout the entire thing. We'll have mostly typical Brazilian food, but then, a couple of American options as well, hamburgers, French fries, things like that. Funny that French fries are an American food, but I think our goal is not just to plop an American tailgate in São Paulo. It is to have a Brazilian experience for not only for the American fans that are coming down, but also to show the Brazilians and the South Americans that are there for the game, to show them what a tailgate before an NFL game is like. So kind of a combination of both, and we're really excited to be working with you and with everybody else that we've been able to. We think we're going to put on a heck of a party with live music, food, open bar. I mean, how are you not going to have fun with a 6-hour tailgate where you can drink for the whole time and eat ribs and what are the things that when we were visiting that I made you buy everywhere we went?
We're going to have sanduíche de pernil e calabresa, que é o que a gente tem nas portas dos estádios. Is what we have like in a lot of football soccer stadium here. This is
exactly. I that's why I let you say it, because I knew I would just butcher it. So I'll be eating it, but you can explain what it is.
Just be careful with the caipirinha, okay?
Yeah, well, I only drink at one speed, unfortunately.
Okay, Josh. So I'm really excited to have you guys here, to work with you guys for the first time. You have been like friends for so I really my English sucks. We have been friends for a while. So
I didn't even try any Portuguese, so your English is great.
You have 6 days here to learn.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate your time here. We are recording this video right now, and we have 15 minutes to the Panthers game to start. So we're gonna cry a little bit. But
what do you think is gonna happen tonight? What are your expectations for the Panthers season? Not just tonight, for the Panthers season.
We can't be worse than we were last year, and I think
That's true.
we need to give Bryce Young a chance. We have no other option, and if he doesn't get it, we have a top pick in the draft, maybe a top 5 pick, and we can start over again.
No quarterback again.
No expectation at all.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. The best way to do it is to go in with no expectations. Can't get any worse than 2 wins. Only up from here. I think that the team can be exciting, and I think that it can be a fun kind of young, scrappy team, but I don't think they're going to be very good. But I think they could be a team that you could root for and want to watch every week, as opposed to last year. I felt like you didn't even really want to root for the team. You certainly didn't want to watch. So at least if they make it a little bit more watchable, then that's a step in the right direction.
I don't know if I told you, last year I was at New Orleans on the last week, and I went to the NOLA Riot, to the bar, to watch the game. I was the only Panthers fans there. I was with a group of people. We watched a lot of all the games. It was cool, but I was the only one.
The only Panthers fan. I don't imagine they're going to have a lot of Panthers on, because there's only one game on in Brazil, right? Like every Sunday is one game out at the first game, and then one game for the second game, and then one game for the night game.
Yeah, now we kind of have 2 simultaneous games at a time. We have more games right now, but if we have
it's not the Panthers.
At a time we choose 4 or 5, never the Panthers. No.
When we're there on Sunday in Santos, all the other games will be on the bar, and we'll be watching the Panthers game on our phones like this, because they don't even want to put them on TV.
Josh, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Pessoal, se vocês gostaram do vídeo, eu vou pedir para vocês aí deixarem o like. Nos comentários, o que vocês acharam do trabalho deles, aí a expectativa para o Tailgate. Eu espero de verdade poder ver muitos de vocês lá que acompanham o nosso trabalho. Se de repente não for do Tailgate, mas vai no jogo também, manda uma mensagem que eu vou circular, vou querer conhecer o ambiente, vai estar muito legal e será um prazer trocar uma ideia com vocês. Se puder, se inscrever no canal, compartilhar o vídeo, sempre ajuda muito no meu trabalho. Gratidão, é nóis, tamo junto. Josh, thank you very much again.
Thank you, I agree.
Thank you.